Welcome everybody to Awakened Ave. Bear with me as I try to get through this video today, as it won't be easy for me, but I want to share with you guys exactly what I mean when I say I feel like I'm being led to start this platform. And I want to share just a little bit with you about how this has transpired. So my name is Howard Rizzo, and I'm a person in long-term recovery, and I've been completely blessed to be able to share and devote almost all of my time to being of service to other people, and in hopes that they can recover from their suffering and whatever that suffering may look like. And I also get to spend the majority of my time in self-reflection and restoring and rebuilding and loving the people that are right in front of me, and trying to be an example or a light to others who struggle. That brings me to the testimony of a person that is very instrumental. His name is Stephen to me, and I want to share with you just exactly how that relationship has blossomed into other relationships, and how God has touched this individual's life in such profound ways that the ripple effect is being felt in his immediate circle, and certainly with me. And the reason that I'm starting this adventure, which, make no mistake, I've said this before, there is not a fiber in my being that wants to do any of this. There is no part of Howard that wants to wake up every day and get on camera and share his testimony to the world. But I think you'll get a little better idea of exactly why I need to do this by the time the end of this video is over. So I met Stephen sometime last year, in the fall of last year, as he was struggling from addiction, and he had just walked away from a treatment center, and he walked for 4 days to get home. And Stephen was completely homeless, completely destitute, completely alienated from anybody that he had ever had a relationship with. His brothers, his sister, his father, his children, his family. He had no money, no job, and nowhere to go. I began to develop a relationship with Stephen, and I got to witness his life being restored. I got to witness the presence of God in his life, and to see this man go from homeless to home, from familyless to restored family, from no job to job and promotions and license and car. But more importantly than that, I got to see this man go from completely hopeless to smiling and laughing and joking, and seeing the presence of God in his life every day, witnessing the coincidences, seeing the synchronicities, being in love with every single breath he took in the moment, and gotten to share the last moments of his father, who was his hero, and did it with grace and dignity, and share such precious moments with all of his siblings, and even begin to restore the relationship with his children. And he was certainly blessed and certainly touched by God. And unfortunately, as many of us do, Stephen relapsed, and he relapsed in May of this year. And I want to take a few moments and read to you exactly what Stephen had written to me on May 26th of 2023, as he fought desperately to get back into the rooms, and we had daily communication, and not just over the telephone, but face to face, and spending time with him, and doing everything I could to kind of show him that people still cared, and that he still has a chance to have victory over this. So I want to share with you his exact words, and bear with me, this is going to be difficult to get through for me, because he texted me on May 26th of 2023, and I've only shared these messages with a couple of people, and only one of them I did where I actually read it aloud, and I was unable to get through it. So bear with me as I share this with you guys. This is Stephen's exact words to me via text message on May 26, 2023. I love you, man. You have been awesome. We can start going to different meetings, and I will go with you. Forgive me for being selfish. You have a servant's heart and a warrior spirit. Your testimony alone is one that you need to share more often. Start a YouTube channel, maybe a blog. Spread the message. If 1 out of 1,000 hears it, applies it, and lives a blessed life, and more importantly, goes out and shares with others because of you, and it goes on and on and on, then you have done well and God will bless you. Don't be discouraged. Paul was often discouraged by the actions of the churches like Corinth, but he pressed onward and did what God told him to do, having faith that there is a greater purpose. I will go with you, Howard. I trust you and I love you. When I left treatment, I walked about 3 or 4 miles down the road and went down into this valley, off into this long and grassy area to a wooded area, and came across this old shrine-looking thing, all weathered and it looked like it had been there for years. I picked it up, and this is exactly what it said. Road of Ministry. Howard, as you walk toward the road of ministry, may the Spirit of God surround you. Always remember that the Lord has promised to be there, whether you are in a valley, whether you are in a valley or on top of the mountains. If you should get ahead of him, he will humble you. If you falter, he will encourage you. His grace is sufficient for you to carry out the ministry he has anointed you to walk in. His blessings will follow you wherever you go. On Father's Day, June 18th, 2023, just a few weeks after those words, myself and 2 other people broke into Stephen's house and found that he had passed from his addiction. But God continues to speak to me through him and through the relationships that I had built. Because of my relationship with him, including the one with his brother, Jeremiah, and his beautiful family. So in honor of Stephen, Awakened Ave has been birthed. And I will share my testimony to the world and hope to fulfill his words.